Hello everyone, it's March 19th, 2020, 2021, sorry, March 19th, 2021. It's minus 7 degrees and 19 degrees on the old Fahrenheit scale. Okay, it's a snowy day in downtown Halifax and we're going to just really enjoy this today because I have taken videos of after the storm a couple of times, but I've never actually been over here in the city and did a snow video. So I'm all excited about this, to do a snow video today, and I know you'll love it. So let's get going. I'm starting at the small bus terminal by Scotia Square, and I'm walking down Barrington Street, and as you can see there's quite a bit of snow falling here today, and I don't think it'll hurt my equipment. I don't think so. You're supposed to keep it dry, but I don't think a little bit of snow falling around is going to hurt it. I'm willing to risk it to get this video. So here we go. Heading south on Barrington Street. I got a bit of wind, so I got to be mindful of that. And all should go well. I didn't get out. Well, I did get out on Friday to do a video, but some things happened during the video, and it's not ready yet to export. So it's staying where it is for now on my hard drive, and we'll get that one up maybe by maybe Monday, maybe. Okay, so that one got some technical issues, which happens once in a while. Not too often these days, but once in a while something goes wrong. But when I put it up, you'll never even know what happened. So I'm gonna fix it and put it all together nice for you, and you won't even know anything went wrong. Don't this look just nice and the snow blowing here? Oh, I love it. Don't really think I love a whole lot of snow, but I do love walking around and doing this video in the snow. It's great. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. I wish I'd have thought to put my parka hood up before I started on this journey, but I'll try to get it fixed. Never know it, maybe. This is quite a wind blowing here. But we are having a March snowstorm, so let's enjoy, and we'll see how this all goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just like a delta right here right now, and there's a whole lot of wind. So, man, oh man, I hope the gimbal holds up, and I hope, this is really a bad wind right here. I'm going to come around the corner, get out of the wind for a break. As soon as I got out around the corner there on Barrington Street, it was blowing just like a tunnel. So I don't know. I want to walk down Barrington Street, but I'm heading right into the wind, and it's making it really tough. So, I don't know. It's going to be really hard to I don't want to wreck my equipment on the way down through here, but let me see if I can straighten up my focus a little bit here. All right, we'll try it again. Maybe it's not too windy. Hopefully. Here we go. It's very windy out here, but we want to get this video, so if I can make it, there's right here some kind of sheltered. I guess it was just a puff or something. Hopefully it's not going to be a sustained wind, just a puff here and there. So anyway, we got through that. That was hurricane force winds right there. Oh, well, it's exciting to see a big snowstorm, especially when you don't have to work in it. And all you got to do is just go out and walk around, do whatever you want to do. And I went uptown this morning, but it was kind of cold, and I didn't take actually I had it with me, had my equipment with me, but I decided against it this morning And I said, I'll go home and see how it looks this afternoon. So I went home and did some things around the house. And then I got thinking about it. I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going in the city and I'm going to make my video today because I never made a snow video before except after the storm. So this is my first. It's not something you probably need to see 10 times a year, but it's good to see one. So here's what City Hall looks like today. In the Grand Parade. Isn't that beautiful? The snow falling into the air and everything white. Oh, it's marvelous. Hey, we're Canadians. Let's embrace the snowstorm. Have fun with it. We might as well. So, yesterday, the last video I was out on Friday, I decided to start putting my little tripod in the bottom of my gimbal because it comes with it, and I never used it, but it comes in really handy if you have to set your phone down. Even if you're not going to video anything with it, just if you have to set your phone down to fix your jacket or your gloves or something, there's a little tripod stand that, if you don't know, some people maybe don't use this equipment, and the little tripod is about 5 inches long, and it screws right in the handle, and 3 little legs spread out on it there, and you can stand it up. And a few times I wished I would have had that in there when I forgot to fasten up part of my jacket or something and the wind was blowing in. And you can't set it down because they don't like to be set down when they're on. So you have to turn them off. But this way, with that little tripod, I can just stand it right up, set it down, fix whatever I got to do, and pick it back up again. Fold the legs in and keep on going. So I made it a rule now. I'm going to put that in the handle every time. And it'll probably serve me well to have that in there. Here's a hill. I hope that's all-wheel drive car. Otherwise, you may not get started on that hill. We have an all-wheel drive car, and I'm so thankful for that. Because we weren't thinking of that when we got it. Just turned out the one we got was all-wheel drive. And the first winter we were here in Halifax, it was worth it. The cars were spinning on the hills, couldn't go anywhere, and we just pull right out around them and go right up the hills. And it's great. And another thing you don't want to buy if you live in Halifax is a standard transmission, because you have to stop on steep hills and cars may be only a foot behind you. And if you got a standard, you could slide back a little bit, try to take off. And so very, very good having an automatic transmission living in Halifax. And so we talked about that a few times when we first moved here. I said, I don't think I want a standard transmission car living here and all these steep hills. And they all agreed with me. That's a great idea. So, you never know what I'm going to ramble on about when I come out walking. You know, there's a lot more to talk about than the snow falling and slippery roads and hardy people out walking. There's also, oh, sorry, if you hear me coughing, I don't have COVID and I'm not a smoker. I have sinuses problem, and you get that drip down in your throat and you get gagging and choking. So don't worry if I cough. I haven't got COVID or none of that. This is something I've battled my whole life. I think I was still in elementary school the first time I had a bout with sinuses and drip down my throat from my sinuses. It's been with me all my life, comes and goes, flares up. Sometimes it's not there at all. And sometimes it's really bad. Today it's not bad. Got a little bit of it, but it could be worse. I've had it much worse. I've had to go get prescriptions before from the doctor for it. And sometimes that didn't even help real good. So, one of those one of those things. Everybody's got something. Be thankful it's not something worse. So, this looks absolutely beautiful in the snow. I love it. I really do. I like summer, but I really love walking in the snow like this. It's not real cold. It's -7, but unless you're in the wind, you're not going to really feel the cold. And when I first started out, I was in the wind. Thought I was in a hurricane. But now, there's no wind at all down here. It must have been just that location. I was on the corner of Duke and Barrington. And I guess the wind was coming down over the hill and meeting with the wind on Barrington. And it was like, I didn't think I was going to be able to go far, but we persisted, and here I am. I'm doing good now today. We're 10 minutes into this video, and I'm not going to hurry because I like long videos. I don't know about you, but I like watching them. I watch videos. There's a guy in New York, I watch a lot of his videos, Action Kid, and he's got videos on there that's longer than mine. There's some of them an hour and a half, maybe longer. And I've watched them from beginning to end several times. And that too inspired me. I was watching him doing his videos, and it looked like something I would like to do. And I said to myself, I could do that. I'm going to get me one of those. I didn't know it was called a gimbal then. So I'm going to get me one of those, and I'm going to do videos. So I started doing it, and I found out that I absolutely love it. And like, I was home all comfortable. I could have stayed there and been toasty all day, but no, I had to get myself packed up and head out into the storm to make a video, because it's in my blood now. I can't not do it. I have to do it. So, and I don't mind. That's the way you should tackle anything. Tackle it with a vengeance. Give it all you got. Give it all you have, or don't give it anything. That's the way I look at it. Dive in. So, there's a big dog. Hi. I love dogs. I don't have one, but I love them. I wish I had a dog. They're wonderful, wonderful pets. We have a kitty cat, and he's getting pretty old now. We've had him for about, I think at least 16 years, maybe 17. We've had our cat. But he can still run through the house pretty fast. So he might make it to 20, but we'll see. But we've had him quite a while. He's part of the family. So, got him when he was just a little kitten. There was a woman that we met up in Ontario, and she got kicked out of her apartment for not being able to pay the rent, and she was sleeping in her car, her and her daughter. And I couldn't help him out with that because I lived in a small apartment myself, me and my wife and my son, and we couldn't help him with that. But she had this little kitten, and she didn't know what to do with it because she's living in her car. So she asked us if we wanted it, and we said, yeah, we did. We'd come and get it on the weekend, and we did, and that's how we had our cat. And he's a little gray and white cat, and I looked it up on Google there to see what kind of cat he was, and they told me he's a Belgian cat. He's gray and white, and I think he weighs 12 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, I'm walking up Spring Garden Road now, and heading more into the snow. I'm just going to take a look at my phone, make sure. No, it's all right. The snow's not going to hurt it. It's not going to hurt it at all. It's just it's blowing right by it. It's not really getting on it. You know, I'm almost ready for a new phone. I can't wait, because the battery's getting so it doesn't last as long as it used to in this phone. About the best I can get out of this battery is a 1-hour video. and then the light will come on the screen, tell me my battery's about to run out. And I know I have about 10 minutes to spare, so I usually finish it off. I think it'll go about 14 minutes when the little yellow sign comes on the screen. But I try to keep it about 8 and then sign off, so that way I know it's not going to go completely dead on me before I finish. And so I'm hoping when I get a new phone, it will, the battery will be a lot better. I got a good deal when I got this phone though. It's one of those Google Pixel phones. And the day I went to get my phone, they had a deal on these. They weren't a generation old. These were new, but they had them marked special for 1 week. You didn't have to pay anything down. Just like if I bought one that was the phone before this one. And I got a brand new phone just out, a Pixel phone with a lot of nice features, and I didn't have to pay anything down. So, one nice feature on a Google phone, which you don't get on any other phone, not to my knowledge, is if you see something and you don't know what it is, or you want some information on it, you just take a picture of it and go through a little process. It's not too much, and Google will identify that for you and tell you what it was. Like say it was a building, an old building. Let's say that library right there. If I want to know what year that was built, it would tell me. It would say that's the Halifax Public Library and it was built in whatever, which I'm not sure. But it would tell me if I pointed at it, took a picture and pushed the right things there, it would tell me what that was. That's how I found out what kind of cat I have. Google told me I have a Belgian cat. So Google knows everything. Don't it look nice looking down the street in the city? And it's kind of hazy from the snow. And the snow's falling. The buses are going by in the snow. People are all dressed up in their winter coats. I don't know, there's something about it that's kind of romantic, kind of picturesque. There's just something about it that I really like. And it's like the day I did the snow walk through Public Gardens. That felt so magical to do that. And so I guess I love snow. I don't like it when it's freezing cold and I have to work outside in it all day. I'm not so keen about that kind of snow, but snow that I can pick my own time to be out in it, and that's great. And it's not too cold today. -7 isn't too bad. I would say with the normal wind that's blowing, it's probably -12, 13 maybe with the wind, except when we get those big puffs of wind in it, probably more than that. So I'm just waiting for the light to change here at Queen and continue on up Spring Garden Road. I'm not going to go a long way today because it is cold, but we'll stay out here long enough to finish this video. Let's see, I'm just checking my time. I am now at 20 minutes. 20 minutes went fast. Now right here I'm sheltered good from the wind. So I guess it's blowing from the north. And if you're walking westward, you got buildings beside you and you don't feel a thing. So I'm staying on this side of the street and I'm going to try to walk fast through the intersections so the wind can't get me too cold. And after I've walked around long enough and talked and made this video, I'm going to go to McDonald's for coffee because I found out I can get coffee for $1.35 in there. Because when you get to be a certain age, like me, which I'm not going to say, but I left a hint once, so if anybody wants to do the math, they can figure out how old I am. So I'm able to get coffee for $1.35 at McDonald's, okay? Because I'm at the age where they give us a break on a few things. I tell people when I forget something or do something stupid, I say, I'm pleading senior. I'm allowed to forget things once in a while. Give me a break. So that's how that goes. Sorry, I don't have any right now, but if you're still there, I will.
All right, I take debit, but it gets awkward.
Okay.
Yeah,
Somebody freezing in the cold trying to get some change, which I do give them money quite often and buy them coffee, different things. I've done both, bought coffee and give them change almost every time I come down here, Spring Garden Road. I can't give to everybody because there's too many, but I try to help one or two each time I come down here, and I don't mind that. It's all part of walking around on the streets. You know, you get to know some of the people that's less fortunate, and it's part of the deal. You spend time on the street, you get to know the people on the street. And I got to tell you, for the most part, they're not bad people at all. They're just, you know, there could be mental issues, there could be physical things why they can't work, and I know people out there in society, they judge people begging and they say, well, why don't he get a job? Well, they don't know. Maybe he doesn't have a IQ high enough to get a job anywhere. I got a daughter living in Ontario, and she has a hard job to get employment. She's never had a steady job, and probably never will. But that's how it goes. And my son that lived with us, he's real smart. If it wasn't for him, I couldn't do half the stuff I do with a computer because he's the one that's doing the work, not me. I film the videos and he takes them and does them for me. So you see those words typed in and mishaps that I've had with my video, and he's patched it all back together and you can't even tell where it was. So he's the guy that looks after all that for me. And he's working in the business. He went to college to be a sound guy in a studio or live performance or things like that. And he got a lot of his own gear. And so he's doing that now, not full-time, but it's a part-time job. And he's living with us, so he don't have to have tons of money to survive. But oh, I got a yellow sign flashing here. What does that say? It says battery temperatures. Something about my battery is doing something because of the temperature. Battery, well, it's still working. My phone is running, so I'm going to continue on for a little bit, and hopefully that problem will rectify itself. Hopefully, I'm hoping. Let's see what it says here. Battery temperature too low. My battery temperature is too low. It should be operated at normal temperatures. Well, it's working anyway, so as long as my phone is working, it should be all right. So it's supposed to be, maybe I can, I just passed a little mall back here. Maybe I can duck in there and get my phone warmed up without anybody hollering, because I went in there to do that. All right, we'll give it a shot. That yellow sign is on, and I got to try to fix that if I can. So it seems to be working because my phone is counting off the seconds and the minutes, and it seems to be working, but it's telling me that I'm operating my phone with the battery too cold. So we'll go back here and we'll step inside this little mall, and we'll just take a walk through the mall and see if that goes out okay. because we don't want to. I don't want this video to stop halfway through it, and then there's all kinds of problems. So we try to. I'll go in here, pull my mask up. We just hang it over my face so I can pull it up, and we'll go in here and see if I can get the yellow light to go out on my screen. We'll try. There. Okay. So everybody that walks around Spring Garden Road much knows where this little mall is. And it's just a small mall right on Spring Garden Road, but there's a little food area here. There's a Dollarama in here, and there's clothing stores and things like that. And then there's a few places you can get something to eat in here. And so I'm going to try to get my phone warmed up while I'm walking down through the mall here once. And I walked through here once before and did a video just to show it, but it don't hurt to include this in my video again today for anybody that's watching it. Oh, I got snow all around my microphone, but I guess it's all right. I have lots of experience with microphones. I've had a few bands going, and we played in places, and I've got tons of gear which I'm not able to use right now. I use some of it, but it's hard to do much in music with this COVID thing going on, but I got lots of music gear and microphones, and my son's got recording gear. I made an album up in Ontario before I came back, and my son did it. He did the recording, and he's got the same program on his computer that they use in recording studios, Pro Tools. It's a very good program. My wife plays keyboard, and she's got a Yamaha keyboard, which we usually use it with it on the organ sound. Seems to go good with my music. And one day, the yellow sign's out now, so we'll walk around long enough to get my phone warmed up. I'll go down the escalator and back up the other side just for something to do. Okay, want to take an escalator ride with me? Okay, let's go. Down the escalator we go. So, what was I saying about our music gear and things? I made an album up in Toronto, and the studio was our living room. And you can't tell because all the stuff that's on Pro Tools to work with, you can't tell that it's you can't tell it's not a studio. It sounds just as good as if you was right in the studio. And we used electronic drums because I was in my apartment, and we did that right in the living room. We had bass, guitars, keyboards in there, but we couldn't. I didn't want to push it for drums, so we used electronic drum pad. That worked out all right, and that was our drums, and did a whole album. I think there's 12 songs on it. So, yeah, my son is very, very knowledgeable in this business. So, if anybody out there, I'll just give them a little plug there so I can round them up some business. If you know anybody watches this video and lives in Halifax, and you want to make a CD but you can't afford it, you let me know on one of the messages, and I'll put you in touch with my son, and he'll help you make a CD. And they won't be able to tell it wasn't done in a studio. It'll be very same as if it was in a studio. I guarantee it. The sound, he can give you all kinds of sounds. And
Sorry?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't have permission to film.
Oh, I'm just what happened was
Yeah?
I got a yellow sign come up on my screen, said my battery was cold.
Okay.
And I just came in here long enough to walk around to make the yellow light go out.
Okay.
So I'm going right out.
All right. No,
Yep.
it's just you're filming all the stores and people and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
It's just don't want to cause any problems.
Oh
for you.
no.
You know how people are when they're calling the camera
I only
sometimes.
came in because of that. There was a yellow thing and it said battery too cold to run the system.
Okay.
So I said I'll duck in here long enough to warm my battery up.
No problem.
Okay.
Take care.
So some people don't like your video in the places, but I don't see why. But anyway. They don't. And so, anyways, I was talking about the keyboard. And so we took our Yamaha keyboard and we plugged it into the computer with a has a port there for your USB, right out of the keyboard into the computer. And we looked up different organs in there, and we found a Hammond B3 with a Leslie rotary speaker. And we turned her Yamaha keyboard into a Hammond B3 with a Leslie. Now how's that for electronics? You know, I came in here one time before and nobody said nothing. I guess the right person wasn't around. I know the guy got after me once in Scotia Square too. I filmed a video in there and the guy came up to me and wanted to know what I was doing. So I told him I'm making a YouTube video. I just wanted to show what it's like inside of Scotia Square. And he didn't say too much, but I know they don't like it. A lot of places don't like you doing that. So I wouldn't have come in, but I had to get my phone, that yellow sign off. And it's good now. So that's great. Now I'm on my way back out. Oh, my wife sent me a text, how's my day going? But I won't answer it right now until I finish up this video because I don't want to wreck it. So let's see, I'm 30 minutes into this now. Oh, no, I'm actually 30 something. I can't quite make it out. Very small numbers. Okay, so we'll go a little ways and then we'll, okay, let's see how many minutes I am. I am 32 minutes so far. So we'll go a little bit more and then I'll sign off on this video. I hope you enjoy this snow walk. Isn't it beautiful? It's absolutely wonderful. Maybe we can take another street and walk around a little bit, maybe. That might be a good idea, but I don't like walking up the streets because it's windy. And stay down here, it's not windy. So we might have to stick with this, maybe. So far my feet are dry. Haven't got my feet wet yet. That's good. Oh yeah, I promised this guy some change on my way back down. I didn't get any change yet. But I don't think I can muster anything up here. I gotta get him some change. And okay, I know what I'll do. I will see if he wants a coffee from Tim Hortons. I'm right in front of Tim Hortons, and I'll see if he wants to get him a coffee. So I have no change, but I would do that for him. I promised you change when I come back down. I haven't been in a store.
Well, bills are fine. I'm not picky.
Would you like a coffee?
Medium, double, triple. Yep.
A double, triple, double sugar and triple cream?
Yep. Two cream, 3 sugar.
A medium, 2 cream, and 3 sugar. Okay, I'll buy you a coffee instead.
Thank you. It's hard to stay sweet out here, so I gotta.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm going to sign off right here. I'm in Tim Hortons. You're not supposed to use this table, so I'm going to sign off. And I hope you liked this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and that little bell. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get to see all these nice videos in the snow and all kinds of things, okay? Bye for now.